Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have a brand new Glenlivet here on my cask. It's called the Glenlivet. Why that? Well, the Glenlivet Distillery in the Glen, the valley of the Livet, the River Livet, was the best in the whole region and got many awards. And then the distilleries in the region called themselves slash Glenlivet. So that the region of the Glen of the Livet, gave them some extra points, but the Glenlivet was the best, and it took some years, and then they called themselves the Glenlivet, the one and only. This one is the Master Distiller's Reserve Solera Vatted. And Solera, what's that? Well, the Solera is a maturation system process which is used by the sherry manufacturers in the south of Spain. And I have a video of the Bodega Tradición here on my channel where you can see it. You have a row of casks at the bottom, and on top another row, and the third row, sometimes up to 5 rows. And the bottling happens from the lower row. This is bottled into sherry bottles for the market, and it's only a third or a quarter or half of the lower casks are emptied, and then from the row above, the missing sherry is added to the lower row, and then the next one to the second, and fourth to the third, and so on. And then the lower casks are full again, and they are maturing again. And with this Solera system, you can have a consistency over the years, that the taste between those sherries stay the same. And you can always say there's a drop of sherry from Napoleon in it. Yeah. So this one is, vatted inside Glenlivet in this Solera process between whiskies, not sherries. And they use ex-sherry cask for maturation, as well as oak cask, normal oak cask, that means refill hogsheads, and American oak casks, which might be fresh. I wasn't able to find it out in detail, or ex-bourbon casks. It's a full liter bottle. It's from the travel value, priced around 60 euros, dollars, pounds, 40% ABV, and it's a huge, big bottle. And here, Solera Vatted at the Glenlivet Distillery, Banffshire, Scotland. To craft this exceptional single malt, the finest malt whiskey is first matured in 3 different types of casks: ex-sherry, American oak, and traditional oak. Finally, they are brought together in our Solera vat, which is never emptied, creating a rich, intense whiskey which develops greater complexity with every year. So they have this huge vat and not the row of single casks like the sherry producers have. Triple cask matured. Color, nose, bursting with ripe orchid fruit aromas and a gentle notes of creamy, soft caramel. Palate, a luxurious, velvety character with a honeyed sweetness and flavors of juicy pears. Finish, balanced and complex. Yeah. So, and I left the bottle in the card box because it's packed. It's additionally packed in some paper, and this gives some noise here to the video, but it's always good if you present that bottle as a gift. Then this extra packaging will increase the value of the bottle. So for nothing else, it's there. Typically, I open and throw it away. If you would like to preserve the color of the whiskey from sunlight, from the impact of sunlight, then put it back in the card box. It would be much better than have it in the paper. Yeah, that's it. Have a try. sherry and fruity just from the start. Here we go. I took some aerial shots of the Glenlivet Distillery in last October, and there you can see how huge, how big the distillery is. And they added a new still house in 2010 with an awful lot of stills in it, and they more than doubled their capacity. And so there is no age statement on this whiskey, because the oldest whiskies from this new warehouse have 7 years in the moment, and therefore they are typically either put into bottles in the, how it's called, the reserve, Founder's Reserve, light blue card box, or they are mixed into those older or more complex whiskey to give them more strength. Yeah. It's full and intense. This fruity sherry note, caramel, vanilla, and a friendly, full aroma with quite a strength, even having only 40% ABV. Yeah. The taste is much stronger, and you have this light, bitter, dark black chocolate bitterness, spiciness in your mouth. And there's some younger stuff in between, like this pears taste or a little honey. Well, this is complex between a young character and this oaky, lightly bitter, very old character. So I think that there is a mixture between older and younger whiskies in this. The amount of sherry casks is significant. It's tasteable. Yeah. So it's not just only one sherry cask on a whole vat, but more. Yeah, it's a friendly, welcoming, sipping whiskey with a hefty, oaky aftertaste showing some bitterness. So if you're afraid of this bitterness in the aftertaste, stay away from this whiskey. Yeah, the Glenlivet is one of my very small number of preferred distilleries, and well, it's not that good as the 18 years old is, of course, and it's not as good as the 12 years old first fill is, but it's a, well, just in the middle of the Glenlivet portfolio, showing a little bit more of oakiness and of chocolate aftertaste than others from Glenlivet. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. There's more to come as always.